It's Diego, and we are ready for another live stream here on your YouTube channel, your K1 Visa channel. It is April 13th, 2026. 83 degrees here in the Panhandle of Florida. Very nice day, very warm. I did a lot of yard work today. If you are able to ask me questions about your K1 visa or your green card application, I'm here. I've got 13 years experience processing these documents. Don't be scared of immigration. Don't be scared of Homeland Security. If you qualify for the green card or the K1 visa or the K2 visa, you got nothing to worry about. You just got to qualify for the benefit and make it through the process without making any stupid mistakes, which is why I'm here. I don't give you any legal advice, and I don't work for USCIS, and I'm not an immigration attorney. You don't need an immigration attorney to process a green card application. You don't need an immigration attorney to process a K1 visa. You really don't. They're very expensive, and once most of these folks, I'm not saying they do a bad job, but you don't need an immigration attorney to process this application. Do it yourself. And if you feel nervous that you're dealing with the U.S. government, I understand that. And that's why I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. Karina, she'll be with us on Wednesday. Today she had a busy day at work. She's just resting. She had a long day, and so she's just resting up at home in the back. This YouTube channel was put together in Bogota, Colombia. It used to be a cooking channel, then I changed it to an Exploring Colombia channel. Now it's a helping you with your green card channel. Lissy D659. Hi, Mr. Diego. My husband did his biometrics for his I-751 today. Do you have a video or suggestions on preparing for the interview? Well, I can make a video. I can update a video for you. But for right now, I can just explain to you that a green card interview is basically you just have to be in a real relationship with your husband. You got to have, you should know everything about him. He should know everything about you, and you should know everything about him. Dress business casual, don't wear jeans and a t-shirt and a bowl cap to a green card interview. Dress business casual and be ready for basic questions. I can make a video though on what to do to prepare. Maru, now what's going on, Maru? Hello, Diego and Karina. Maru is a member of this channel. Maru's been a member of this channel for a long time. And Maru says, thank you so much for all your help, and I received my NOA2 letter. Now, I said you were going to get your NOA2 letter, right? At the end of March, beginning of April, somewhere in there. And here you are with your NOA2 letter. Notice of action 2. So we're going to give you a 2% milk salute. I don't drink Mountain Dew anymore. I mean, I can give you a Mountain Dew salute, but I don't drink Mountain Dew because the sugar's too high. The content's too high. So I'll give you a 2% milk salute. So Maru, everything I said is coming true, right, for you? I just pulled this memory stick out. Whenever you process a K1 visa, everything that the I-129F, all the paperwork that you include, copies of the passport, your beneficiary's passport, biographic pages, everything, but birth certificates translated into English, put everything on a memory stick. Don't save it on your computer. If you're putting together a K1 visa application, save everything, but save it on a memory stick, and then once you've transferred it to a memory stick, delete everything off your hard drive on your computer. Not only because it takes up memory on your computer, but it's private information that you don't want any hackers to get a hold of, right? So fill out your I-129F, you print it, you got your K1 visa application ready to go, save everything on a memory stick, and then delete everything off your hard drive. Lissy D, thank you. No, perfect. No worries. Going to a 10-year green card interview is just treat it like you're going to a job interview. Business casual clothes. Know everything about your husband. Make sure your husband knows everything about you, your medical history, You know, like I know everything about Karina. I know what university she graduated from. I know where she used to live in Venezuela. I lived with her for 3 years in Colombia. I've met her family. I know her family members' name, her mom's name, her dad's name, her brothers and sisters. I know all their names. I know where they live. Nieces and nephews, her education, her work history. I've got to know everything about your beneficiary. Now, when you come to the United States, you've been married to each other now and living together for 2 years, right? So you should, by this time, once you filed for your 10-year green card, you should be, knowing, you got to know everything about the house you live in or the apartment. Where do you live? What's the color of the carpet in your living room? Do you have any windows in your bathroom? Know everything about your house or your apartment or your trailer, whatever it is you live in, your townhouse. Look around your house and identify everything: the color of the walls, what pictures are on the. Make sure you got pictures together on the hanging on the walls in your living room. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Francois, what's going on? How's Hamid doing? I'm just putting this memory stick in here. Everything to do with Karina's K1 visa application, her 2-year green card, and her 10-year green card is all saved on a memory stick. Everything. Lissy D, yes, we have a 2-year-old daughter as well. Well, congratulations. Very good. That's great. Very nice. Good job. Francois, all is good. Thanks for asking. Hamid is at his English class tonight. There you go. He's got his English class going. Today's Monday. Karina's going to be in her English class tomorrow. I got allergies, guys. I mean, Florida is a beautiful place to live, but the pollen kills me in April, May and April. Every year it kills me. Maru, now I'm getting ready for the next step. Well, the next step for you is going to be paying the consular fee. Now, your fiance, he lives in Cameroon, so you need to be looking into waiting for the ready status. So what's going to happen is now you've got your NOA2 letter. It got to your house already, right? Now you're going to wait for the service center to mail your approved K1 visa application to the National Visa Center. The National Visa Center is going to get a hold of your K1 visa application. They're going to do a security background check on you with the FBI. When that's done and there's no mistakes in your K1 visa application, the National Visa Center is going to ship it via a diplomatic pouch to the U.S. Embassy in Cameroon. And then you're going to get a ready status, an in-transit status, ready status, etc. And then the next step is going to be paying the consular fee, getting your fiance in for a medical exam, and preparing and getting a visa interview set up for the K1. The focus one, is it safe to travel out of the United States with a 2-year green card for 2 weeks? You can do. It depends on which country. I wouldn't go to Cuba. I wouldn't travel to some of these countries that are unstable. You can travel on a 2-year green card, but just make sure you bring with you evidence of your relationship. Bring with you your last tax return that you filed together jointly. Bring with you your marriage certificate certified by a clerk of the court. Bring with you evidence of driver's licenses, paying bills together. But I don't recommend you travel on a 2-year green card. To me, you spent a year and a half trying to get a freaking green card to live and work in America, and then all of a sudden you want to leave America and go somewhere else for 2 weeks. For what? I mean, I don't see why you want to do that. Brazil, now you can go. I don't know about Brazil. Brazil was put on the list of blocked countries for immigration. Brazil is on the list of blocked countries for State Department processing. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't do it. But you can, you can travel on a 2-year green card, but it depends on the country. I wouldn't go to Brazil. I wouldn't go to Cuba, for obvious reasons. Okay, I wouldn't go to Venezuela for obvious reasons. But right now, the United States and the Brazil, I guess the governments are not getting along with each other too well. So I would not travel to Brazil. But you can if you want to. There's nothing that says you cannot travel on a 2-year green card. You just got to, use a bit of common sense depending on which country it is, how long you're going to be gone, and what is the reason for the travel. Is it a family emergency? Is somebody sick in the hospital? Or is it you just miss Brazil and you want to go back to Brazil because you miss home? You want to go see your friends? I don't know. I wouldn't know. Karina, the only places that Karina and I travel to are within the United States of America. We're not leaving the USA until Karina's a US citizen. And excuse my sniffing, but I have got this pollen crawling up my nose. Living here in the Panhandle of Florida, it's nicer weather, but the allergies are killing me. Every April I get the same, and I'm not going to take any of these allergy medicines or get these shots for allergies. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to battle through it. It's just, you have to suffer with me. So the question is, can you travel safely on a 2-year green card? Yes. Do I recommend you do it? No. The Border Patrol can deny entry back into the United States with somebody with a 2-year green card because it's probationary. A 2-year green card is like having a GPS around your ankle. Immigration want to know where you are, what you're doing, and where you're going every day. And they know and if you leave the country on a 2-year green card, you're going to get a biometrics picture taken at the airport when you leave. And then after 2 weeks, when you come back from vacation, you're going to get a biometrics picture taken. You could be pulled into secondary inspection asking, why did you fly to Brazil? What's the reason for your travel? And then they could say to you, okay, well, you need to prove that you are happily married to your American citizen sponsor. Do you have any evidence to back up that you're married to a U.S. citizen? Do you have your marriage certificate with you? Do you have your tax returns with you? Do you have any proof of you paying bills together? Just be prepared for a massive interrogation on the return. Just prepare. I'm not saying that could happen. You may be lucky. You may just go into the Border Patrol. They take your passport and look at your green card and let you back in the country. But be prepared for the worst case scenario. Larry Piercy. Now, Larry's a member of the channel. Hi, Diego. So timeline-wise, our conditional green card was June 16th, 2025. So you're going to be filing for the 10-year green card in April, May, or June of 2027. When can I file for the naturalization? 2028. June of 2028. You can file the I-751 you can file the 751 for the 10-year green card. Let me see here. So your conditional green card was June 16th, 2025, the issue date or the expiration date? Don't be confused about filing for naturalization. You can file for U.S. citizenship for Margie 3 years from the issue date of her 2-year green card. So you look at her 2-year green card. What was the issue date? The issue date was June 16th, 2025, right? So June 16th, 2028 is when she can file for U.S. citizenship. Even if she still doesn't have her 10-year green card yet. She can file for her 10-year green card in 2027. And if she still hasn't been issued it yet, by the time she's eligible for U.S. citizenship, she can apply for U.S. citizenship. And the focus one, you got it, right? You understand what I'm saying? Brazil is on those list of blocked countries by the State Department. So personally, I wouldn't fly to Brazil. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go anywhere until you become a citizen of this country, actually. But that's my opinion. I mean, you can travel on a 2-year green card, but I just don't recommend it. So the issue date was June 2025. Okay, June 16th, 2025 was when it was issued. So June of 2028 is June 17th, 2028 is when she can apply for U.S. citizenship. And March, I'm thinking March 20th to June 15th is when she can file for her 10-year green card. But you don't want to file before too early because it will be sent back to you. And you don't want to file late. You don't want to file for the 10-year green card after the issue date, because then she'll get a letter of deportation. She'll have to go in front of an immigration judge. We can file for Karina. My beautiful wife Karina is from Venezuela, and we can file for her 10-year green card tomorrow if we wanted to, but we're going on vacation next month. So we're going to wait a few days before we fly out to Nevada. That's when we're going to file for her 10-year green card, because we know we're going to get a biometrics appointment. Somebody asked me today, should I include passport photos for the 10-year green card application? You don't have to. You don't have to include passport photos for a 10-year green card application. Okay, because you're going to go to a biometrics appointment where they're going to take the picture of you for the green card. But you can include it if you want to, and hope for the best that you don't have to repeat the biometrics and you don't have to go to a green card interview. Or, if you want to include passport photos in your 10-year green card application, you're more than welcome to do it. What does it cost you? $30 from CVS or wherever? But most likely you're going to, it says to enclose 2 photos. Yeah, you can. What, for the 10-year green card? No, you don't have to. You don't have to include any passport photos for the 10-year green card, the 751, because you're going to go to biometrics. But Karina, okay, is going to enclose 2 passport photos. She's going to do that. You have to include passport photos for the 2-year green card application, but not for the 10-year. You don't have to include a medical exam for the 10-year green card application. You don't have to include a copy of the I-94. You don't have to include a copy of the K-1 visa, the passport. You don't have to for the 10-year. The 10-year green card is just basically a 13-page form with all the evidence of the last 2 years of you guys happily married together. Karina's 10-year green card application is like this. It's got 2 years worth of stuff. Bank statements. Her name is on the title to the cars or the deed to the house, on all the insurance, her medical insurance, all that. Larry Piercy, and I could stand double checking. I'll double check your paperwork, Larry. No problem. For the 10-year green card, I'll double check everything. I'll go over it with you. No problem. We're going to file for Karina's 10-year green card first week of May, next month. We can file today. Okay, but we're not going to do that because we're going on vacation next month. If we file for Karina's 10-year green card tomorrow, I've got no doubt in my mind that she'll be scheduled for a biometrics appointment while we're on vacation in Nevada. So that would be a big no. We'd have to we'd have to cancel our vacation, fly back, do the biometrics, and then go back on vacation. No, we're not going to do that. You have a new keyboard. I keep missing keys. No, I don't think it's the keyboard, Larry. I think it's that you just can't freaking see. Put your glasses on. I'm serious. Your keyboard's fine. The eyes are the issue, all right? I'm kidding. I will go over your 10-year green card application, Larry. Okay? No, you're not worthless. Not at all. But I will go over your application for you. We don't want to see any silly mistakes. And the I-751 is, the last thing you have to do before you then wait out for the U.S. citizenship application using form N400 right here. N400. You can file N400 online. It's actually a capital N. right there. You can file for U.S. citizenship online. I don't recommend you file for your 10-year green card online. I recommend you file it the old-fashioned way with a stack of evidence in document protectors and in a binder. Give immigration overwhelming evidence of your relationship to your new husband or wife. Don't try to save the $50 by filing online. File it the old-fashioned way, and you will see that the process will move a lot quicker for you too. Okay, it will. It moves a lot quicker. Karina's, let me see here. Ted, hey Diego, just saying hello. Hope you're doing well. Have a great day. Ted the Colonel, we're doing good. Did you get the green card squared away for your daughter? There was the issues with her green card, right? The spelling mistakes or something with her green card. Did you get it fixed? I remember that was a long time ago. You should have had it resolved by now already. So a lot of things have changed in the world since Ted was online with us. Ted the Colonel, we got Maduro was captured by the U.S. military and put in prison in New York. We got stuff going on in Iran and in Ukraine. We got all kinds of wars going on. I don't know. The world is kind of upside down right now, but eventually it's going to get squared away. I'm an old military guy, and I fully understand what President Trump's intentions are, and they are to basically remove the terrorist organization running Iran, what's left of it, and to get a friendly government in Iran. And I would say just rename the country Persia, put in a new government. The Iranian people need to put in a new government and get back to being part of the world global economy. Ted, that's correct. All is good. See, I got a pretty good memory, right, Ted? Us Navy, I'm an old Navy guy. I don't forget much. I can remember stuff that happened when I was 5 years old. The green card is the 2-year green card. You got to treat it like a probationary, like you're on probation. You got to treat the 2-year green card as don't make any stupid mistakes while you're here. Don't get in trouble with law enforcement. Pay your taxes as a couple, etc. Larry Piercy, is it apply for N400 2 years and 9 months from original conditional green card issue date? That's correct. You can apply for U.S. citizenship 2 years and 9 months from the issue date of the conditional green card. Whether or not Melgi has received her 10-year green card or not, you can still apply for U.S. citizenship 3 months from the 3 years in the United States. So Karina, okay, my beautiful wife from Venezuela, the issue date of her 2-year green card was June 26, 2024. She is eligible for U.S. citizenship June of 2027. So March, April, May, June, somewhere in there is when she can apply for U.S. citizenship. But we got to make sure Karina can speak and read English, not fluently, but much better. The U.S. citizenship exam is in English. The U.S. citizenship interview is in English. Everything is in English. There's no translators around, not permitted. You're not allowed to have a translator for the U.S. citizenship exam unless you're over the age of, I believe, 70 or something like that. So Larry's waking up now. Demetrius Chapman, evening, Diego. I applied the I-130, so that's a spousal visa. Oh, for your stepchildren. Okay. January 16th, 2026, received January 20th, 2026 by FedEx, but still have not received a text from USCIS. You sent it to Chicago. The lockbox support 2 times, still no response. Did you include Form G1145, Demetrius, in your application so that immigration can text you when they open up the box? If you included G1145 in your application, okay, well then that means immigration hasn't opened up your application yet. It's still in a box sitting on a shelf in Chicago. They took it, they received it. You sent it what, by FedEx? FedEx notified you that immigration received it. Immigration put it on a shelf. When they open the box, they'll send you a text message with an IOE number, receipt number. The focus one, Diego, will you be making videos or have you already applying a 10-year green card? Already made the video on how to apply for a 10-year green card. You go into, look across the channel. You can go into this YouTube channel and look across the channel, type in, like 10-year green card or something like that, or lift conditions. I just made a video on the paperwork on how to fill out the I-751. Maybe I'll make a new video on what documents to include on the 751 for the 10-year green card. Demetrius, so can I apply again? What do you mean? Why would you want to apply again? You already applied in January. They just haven't opened up the box yet. So FedEx said that they delivered it to USCIS on January 20th, right? And you still haven't heard from them. So contact USCIS. Ask them what's going on. Ask them. Send them an email. Call them. You can apply again if you want, but did they cash your check? Have they cashed the check for the I-130? Copperhead, what's the fastest to get her over here? What's the longest? Fastest is K1 visa. The longest is spousal visa. Is there going to be a lot of back and forth? What do you mean a lot of back and forth? There's no back and forth. Right now, you're just waiting on the U.S. consulate or the U.S. embassy in Manila to accept your paperwork. You got your K1 visa approved. It went to the National Visa Center. You're just waiting for the National Visa Center to send it to the U.S. embassy in Manila. Copperhead, which investment should I make in USA to live off forever in the Philippines eventually? Well, I'm not a CPA. Property rentals, you could rent out houses, live off the CD returns, stock, buy stock, live off the return stock funds. I don't know. Whatever you feel like. Return on investment, ROI, the return on investment, rental properties, CDs, stocks, things like that. That most people retire to the Philippines, though they live on a military retirement or they live off of their Social Security. Ted might be deploying to AFRICOM during the 90-day window for lifting conditions. Any advice? Well, if you're going to be deploying to Africa during the 90-day window for lifting conditions, you are going to be required to go to a 10-year green card interview, no doubt. You're going to no doubt be required to go to biometrics. So I would be saying, don't go to Africa during that 90-day window. Wait until you get the biometrics out of the way. File for the 10-year green card, get the biometrics out of the way, and then go ahead and do the deployment. Demetrius, you did. They didn't take money. So they didn't cash the money yet. They haven't taken the money. Did you contact immigration? They may have lost your stuff. They could have lost everything. If it's been since January, you should have heard from them by now already. January, February, March. You should have heard from immigration. So what I would do is resubmit everything. Send it all again. They didn't cash the check, right? Did you fill out a check? Maybe that's the problem. Did you fill out a check? Money order, cashier's check? Immigration won't accept money orders or cashier's checks anymore. They're taking money straight out of your checking account. Use this form right here, G1650. Resubmit everything. Fill out form G1650 and G1145 and the I-130. Resubmit everything. Okay? Yeah. So how did you pay for the Demetrius? How did you pay for the I-130? Did you fill out a check, or was it a cashier's check, money order? Because immigration won't accept that now. You're going to have to use Form G1650 and have the money directly taken out of your checking account. That may be the reason they can't process payment. So you use Form G1650? Is that what you're telling me? Yes? Yes? You're saying yes? I used... Is that what you're saying? I'm going to write it out. Yes, I used the form. Now we've got to be clear. Okay. Well, then they may have lost your stuff. It may be lost. Because I know for sure that if they had opened up your box of goodies with the I-130, they would have taken the money out of your checking account already. Okay? So I would just resubmit everything and write a letter of explanation and say, I'm resubmitting my entire I-130 package because I submitted it originally in January and I've received nothing from immigration. So I'm assuming that you lost my stuff. Write a letter of explanation. Okay? And redo it. That's what I would do. And then that way, there will be no excuse. And send it by FedEx again. Don't use the postal system. Use FedEx, UPS, or DHL. Never mail an immigration paperwork using the postal system. The U.S. Postal Service is on its last dying breath. Okay? They're not even paying their workers their retirement money that they've been paying into for their last 30 years. They've been employed by the postal system. The Postal Service is just, on its way out, in my opinion. And you send it by FedEx. Okay, redo everything and resubmit it. And write a letter saying, this is my second submission. I haven't heard from you guys in 4 months. You haven't notified me of anything, so I'm assuming you lost my paperwork. All right? You got it? And I'm going to put some MAGA pixie dust, and I'm going to put some happy blue, magic blue pixie dust on your application. Redo everything. And then, but make sure, Demetrius, you put a letter in the second submission and say, this is my second application. You have apparently lost my first application, so I'm resubmitting everything over again. And resend it using FedEx. And make sure you send it to the right place. Make sure you send it to the correct address. Okay? Don't make that mistake. You can't, there's an address you can send it for FedEx, UPS, and DHL, and there's a separate address you send it when you use the postal system. Don't use the U.S. Postal Service. Stuff gets lost. Can I apply online? No, an I-130, you have to submit it. Paper. You got to do it on paper. Just redo everything. Redo everything. Okay? You can apply online for a 10-year green card, I-751, but I don't recommend it. They haven't got all the bugs out of the system yet. There's people telling me that they applied online and immigration's losing their paperwork, lost their application. They got no record of anything. Okay? Submit your 2-year green card, your 10-year green card application the old-fashioned way using hard copy paperwork, 751, 485, etc. God's power. Hello, Mr. Diego. How many hours do I have to do community service for the year? 13 hours a year. 13. But that could change. Immigration could change their mind and say, no, we don't need a community service now. But I would do it and start collecting it. You just never know. The immigration process is very fluid right now with the current administration. They keep saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that. So 13 hours, you can knock that out in a couple of weekends. Just get it documented and then have it on standby in case you have to use it. Okay? It's I don't know. President Trump's got his mind right now in the Middle East, not so much on immigration. But I think the next place he's going to go is Cuba. Communist Cuba, right in our backyard. I think their days are numbered, being a communist dictatorship. In my opinion, I don't think the communist government of Cuba is going to be around much longer. They're going to probably have to find somewhere else to live other than Cuba. Look at Maduro. He's now in prison in New York. Copperhead, is it true that the only reason to hire a lawyer is if a criminal history has been involved? That's correct. The only time you wouldn't even hire the attorney for the paperwork. If you're an American citizen and you met somebody overseas, and you want to get married, you've been dating each other for a year or two, but you have a criminal record, you want to set up a consultation with an immigration attorney to have them look at, and then go to the courthouse, print off your criminal record history, have the immigration attorney take a look at your criminal history record and see if you qualify for the K-1 visa. If you qualify for the K-1 visa with that criminal history, then do the paperwork yourself. You don't need an immigration attorney to fill out an I-129F and put together a K-1 visa application. You really don't. It's not hard. You just got to qualify for the benefit. So if you have a criminal record, if you have felonies, primarily, or some misdemeanors, I'm not talking about traffic tickets. I'm talking about some serious criminal history. Print off your documents from the courthouse, have an immigration attorney look them over, pay a consultation fee, and then the immigration attorney is going to say yes or no, you qualify for the K-1. If he says, or if she says yes, you qualify for the K-1, then go home and fill out the paperwork yourself, or come on the live stream with me, or join as a member. I think it's right here. It says you can join up as a member, and then you can call me on the phone, or you can text me or email me. Members get to call me. Okay, I've saved a bunch of green cards from going from denial to approved just because somebody joined as a member and paid, I think it's $9.99 a month for a membership fee. And the only reason I asked for the $9.99 isn't because I want your money. It's so I know who's got the email address and the phone number. Because the email address and the phone number are tied to this YouTube channel. And I got to know who has that information so I don't get any hackers trying to get in here and hijack the channel. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I have a membership. It's so I got a list of names of all the people that have paid a membership fee. I know who you are. I've got your email address, your information, etc. And your phone number. That's it. That's the only reason I asked for a membership fee. Not because I want your $9.99. I'd rather not. I'd rather be able to do this for free completely. But obviously, YouTube recommended that I set up a membership if I want to know who's got access to that information. So there was one guy. He has a YouTube channel, RVTV, I think his name. He has a channel where he drives an RV around out west. He has an RV. He drives around Nevada and all these other places, Arizona. And somebody hijacked his YouTube channel from his phone number. Oh no, from a link from his email address. They totally took over his channel. He had to call YouTube and get it all fixed and resolved. He went through a freaking nightmare. That's not going to happen to me. Copperhead, timing is important as far as flying over there to accompany her and do the interview, then fly back together through the airport. Timing, well, yeah, you want to fly over there. Now you can't go to the K-1 visa interview with her in the Philippines. The Philippines, the U.S. government, the U.S. consulate, the U.S. embassy in Manila won't allow American citizens to go to the K-1 visa interview. But you can wait outside for her. So you don't want to buy plane tickets or anything like that until you have scheduled the visa interview. And then when she passes the visa interview, because she's a Filipina, she still has to go through a Philippine government, a 4-hour class. It's called, I think it's a CFO class. I can't remember the name. But the Philippine government has a rule in place that says if you're a Filipina, you cannot leave the Philippines without having this class in place. So you got to get all that done, and then you go and buy her a plane ticket to come back to the States, and you accompany her through immigration. Larry Piercy, I cannot remember. We send all our correspondence to USCIS certified mail, correct? No, you send it UPS. Oh, UPS. Yeah, you can send it UPS. The 751, you're going to mail it, either use FedEx, UPS, or DHL. Use FedEx, UPS, United Parcel Service, or DHL. Use one of those three courier services to mail your 751, your K-1 visa application, your 2-year green card application. Don't use the USPS. No. United States Postal Service. No. The United States Postal Service is basically bankrupt. Okay? You don't want to put your documents for your future husband or wife in the hands of USPS. They're a nonprofit federal organization that's going out of business slowly. They're not even paying their employees that have been retired their retirement pay. Can you imagine working for the Postal Service for 30 years, retiring, and not getting your retirement check? That's what's happening. You want to send anything to do with immigration, okay, unless there's no other choice but to use the Postal Service, but you want to use FedEx, UPS, or DHL. Copperhead, where in all this process should the prenuptial be? You can put it into the 2-year green card application if you want. While she's over there, no. Before you get married, you bring her to the United States, and then she signs the prenuptial in the United States, or until she lands in America. I know it had to be done before the marriage date. You got 90 days. You bring her to the United States on a K-1 visa. She's got 90 days on the I-94 to get married to you. Within those 90 days that are printed on the I-94, that's when you do the prenup, if you want to do that. Do the prenup in the 90-day window, and then get married in the 90 days. If you don't get married within 90 days, she's going to be told to go back to her home country. If you don't file for the 10-year green card in the correct timeline, if you file late, you're going to get a letter of deportation. If you file too early, everything's going to be sent back to you. You have to redo it. Immigration is not making this easy, okay? But they're also, it's not a difficult process, just so long as you know what the rules are. I've been doing this for 13 years. I've been processing green cards and K-1 visas for 13 years. I can do this in my sleep. So, the reason I have this YouTube channel is so folks can come on here and ask me questions, and I can give them the answers right away, and they don't have to be calling up immigration attorneys, paying them $400 for a 10-minute phone call. Immigration attorneys get expensive. They're not cheap by any means. I mean, I'm not saying they do a bad job, but there's one guy told me his spousal visa was sent back to USCIS from the U.S. consulate in Mumbai, India. So this guy's married, this American citizen's married to an Indian national, and he went to the K-1 visa interview 9 months ago. He went into administrative processing 9 months ago, and he just got notified that his entire spousal visa has been sent back to the USCIS in California. So apparently they uncovered some stuff in his background that disqualified him from the spousal visa. And he's asking me to help him. I said, well, I can help you. I just got to know what the problem is. What is the issue with his, why did the consular officer in Mumbai, India, send your stuff back to the United States? Now remember, this guy's in a spousal visa. He's married to an American citizen. There's got to be something in his background that immigration uncovered that isn't good. So basically, they're sending all this stuff back to USCIS, and then USCIS will get it. They will review what the consular officer in Mumbai, India, uncovered, and then make a decision on his green card. They'll probably just close it out, and he's done. He's over. He's a marshmallow in the bonfire. Remember, you gotta qualify for this benefit, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Immigration will find out. They will dig into your background. They're gonna, and also you got to make sure your Facebook is public, your Instagram is public, your YouTube is public, your X account is public. If you're on X with Elon Musk X, if you're on social media, immigration want to know what it is, and they got to be able to read it, and they got to see what you're posting. I think over 100,000 student visas have been terminated by the State Department in the last year. So all these students came to the United States, and they ended up getting political. They ended up talking smack about our country, talking badly about our country. Their asses were kicked out of here and sent back home. Their visas have been denied or terminated. The chances of those folks coming back to this country are zero. They won't come. They won't be allowed back in. Okay. So if you're going to come to this country, whether it's as a K-1 or as a spouse or as a student on a student visa or a tourist, just be respectful of the country. There was a guy that was flying to the Philippines to meet with his girlfriend, fiance/girlfriend, and he was rude to the immigration officer at the airport in the Philippines. They put him in detention and deported him back to the United States. You can't be doing that. If you're a U.S. citizen, okay, and you're flying to a foreign country to meet your prometida, your girlfriend, fiance, you got to be very respectful and very polite to the immigration officers at the counter when you check in. Because you could have an immigration officer just having a bad day, and they can pull you out of line, put you in detention, and send you home. They do it every day, you know. So be on your best behavior when you fly to a foreign country going through immigration. Don't be telling them, you know, you can't tell me what to do, or don't you're a jerk, or you're this or you're that. You won't get into the country. You fly, you have a big smile on your face, and it's yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Here's my passport. And answer their questions. And if the questions get intrusive, don't get angry. Just answer the questions. Stay calm. You know, we Americans, sometimes we can get overly aggressive when we feel like our toes are being stepped upon. But the way that our immigration process is going right now, with how strict it is, okay, other countries are now giving Americans a hard time trying to get into their countries. Larry Piercy, like you were with the cat when you got challenged. There you go. That's right. Just be nice and polite. Even if the immigration officer, you fly to the Philippines, or you fly to Australia, or you fly to Belgium or Germany, or wherever the heck it is you're going to go to see your fiance, girlfriend, boyfriend, be on your best behavior going through the immigration check-in. Okay? You got to be on your best behavior. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to end up getting deported. I'm serious. There are some countries in the world who are watching what Trump is doing, deporting people left, right, and center. Over 2 million people have been detained and deported, maybe more than that, 3 million people, to all these countries. So these other countries now, Americans are trying to go on to there on vacation. These immigration officers are being hardball with American citizens. It's, you know, what is it? Psychological reciprocity? I don't know. You just got to be on your best behavior. So when Karina becomes a U.S. citizen, we're going to fly Colombia, go visit family, probably in Colombia. I'm going to be the sweetest person in the world to that Colombian immigration officer. I want to be smiling and polite and friendly. You know, even though I can't stand immigration, it's a pain. I'm going to be polite and suck it up. Now, I've answered a bunch of questions today. If you have any more questions, go ahead. Maru, I will reach out to you if I have questions for our next step. Yeah, Maru, you're good to go. You got your NOA2 letter. I told you you'd get it probably the end of March, beginning of April. So you got it already. Now you're just going to be waiting for the in-transit status. It's going to go to the National Visa Center first, and then the National Visa Center is going to send it to Cameroon, and then Cameroon's going to send you the ready status, and then you're going to get an email from the U.S. Embassy in Cameroon telling you how to set up the consulate interview and how to pay the consulate fee. I think it's $260 for the consulate fee. I think that's about right. But I'll help you if you need it. Okay, guys, I'm going to go and see what Karina's up to. I've been talking for almost an hour. And today, what's today? Monday? I think it's Monday. I'll be back on Wednesday with Karina. Yes, you were right on the day. Maru, there you go. I've been doing this a long time. Copperhead, is there a website to track which status? Is there a website to track the status of what, Copperhead? What are you trying to track the status of? Your K1 visa? You can use your receipt number. Set up an online account with immigration, punch in your receipt number. It will give you the status of your K1 visa application. But you got to have an online account with USCIS. You can create one of those. Yeah. But you're going to get an email. The embassy is going to email you the ready status. But there's an online account. It's not a website. It's just you just create an online account with USCIS. Then you punch in your receipt number from your NOA2 letter, and it will tell you the status. You got it? It's easy to do. Okay, guys, I'll see you on Wednesday with Karina. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you later, guys. Thanks for hanging out.